Hi there, pool fans, and welcome to the finals of the International 9-Ball Open. All right. This is a Pat Fleming production, and it takes place here in the Simonis Aramuth Arena at the Sheraton Norfolk Waterside Hotel. We want to thank Simonis, Aramuth, and Diamond for being our three major sponsors. We want to thank all of you for being so loyal, not only this week, but over the years to Accu-Stats and Pro Pool. And we want to thank our 112 great champions that have come from 27 different countries to play for you this week. So with that being said, let's get right to it. We're not going to do long stuff here. We want to play some pool. Both players are from Chinese Taipei. Our first player right over here, coming undefeated all the way to this match. Please welcome Ping-Chung. And also representing Chinese Taipei, he's been out here on center court many times over the years. We love watching him play. CHANG Jung-Lin. All right, gentlemen, let's get underway if we would. Thank you very much. We're going to toss it upstairs to the commentary booth, to the A team, and that means Mark Wilson and Hall of Famer Danny DiLiberto. Take it away, Mark.
Our next match tops off a tremendous week of pool. Two players who have traveled from the other side of the world together find themselves atop the Billiards Elite, playing for the International Open 9-Ball Championship. Mark Wilson with Danny DiLiberto. And Danny, do you have any pre-match thoughts about this one?
Well, in case people didn't watch, these two guys played earlier today, and the little guy won the match, played his heart out, and showed no problem with the pressure. And Chang is probably the best player in Taipei, and we're seeing a repeat match. Chang is happy to get another shot at this kid.
Yeah, Chang's much more workmanlike, and Ping-Chung seems to just flow around the table. Great command of the cue ball. Both of these guys know the sport inside and out. I'm sure they have a history with each other. That would be interesting to know. I went down and tried to talk to them beforehand, but neither one of them spoke English, and their interpreter was not around, John Liu, so we did not get much from them. This is a race to 13, one set only. The 9 balls racked on the spot, as it has been all week. Ping-Chung, also known as Little Ko. He's leading off. Cue ball got away. Yeah. Must be pretty comfortable to play against somebody that you've played a lot of pool with throughout your life. The story goes, none of the best players in Chinese Taipei will play J.L. Chang for money.
I don't blame him one bit.
Yeah, that'd be tough action, wouldn't it?
Great.
Just his focus alone would put you weak.
Be tough to pay the rent playing him.
$40,000 to the winner, $20,000 to second place.
We're playing fouls on all balls, and you notice how careful he was to not touch one of those balls when he was getting down the stroke.
For me, I just marvel at his technique. It's a very compact and simple swing that provides great accuracy along with good speed control.
Good choice of when to shoot, when to play safe, when to jump, when to kick. He knows all of that.
Chang takes advantage of the inadvertent scratch on the break, leads the match 1-0. We said earlier this week, whoever comes out on top of this would truly be quite a feather in your cap, a career-defining moment. And while this isn't strictly a world championship, it constitutes a world championship in most everyone's book.
And they'd be a national hero in Taipei. Yeah, I always said that. The title of the tournament it sounds important, but it's the same players you got to beat. You know, whether it's this, the Masters, you got to play good to win. Same players, different title.
We only have a handful of seats left to open here at the Center Court Arena. I'm sure our remote video room here is pretty full as well. Great focus entering into the break. Rack number 2 about to begin.
Well, he didn't make the one on the side. In fact,
Yeah, he made a ball.
He made a ball, but he didn't make the one on the side, but he's got a shot at it.
Yeah, real good shot. He's glad to not have made the one on the side because it's right up over the corner. The 2 is nearby.
And the 2 passes the 8. But he didn't want to mess with that.
I think it made the one play a little easier, too, to use a little bit firmer stroke.
Right.
Get through the ball.
Got a perfect angle to go from the 2 to the 3.
Ping-Chung defeated J.L. Chang earlier for the winner of the winner's bracket. Chang came back, took a 8-0 lead over Skylar Woodward, who drew the match back 8-7 and ended up losing it to Chang 11-9. It was a great match to watch.
Yeah, people were all into it, which I like.
Cleanly struck.
Got a 6-8 combination dead in.
Chang plodding along his usual pace, very careful. Yeah, he's going to make that scratch on the brake really hurt. Runs out, follows it up with a break and run out. Two 0. Chang in front and breaking. Both of these players, they kind of enter a meditative state. I saw Little Co in the hallway earlier. He was avoiding eye contact with everyone. Appeared to be completely in his little world.
Line one.
Skylar Woodward had a great event here this week. Shane Van Bonen played extremely well.
Track three. Chang breaks.
Chang off to his favorite place to break from, the extreme right edge of the break box as he faces the table.
Yeah, that might have been what beat him in the early match.
Yeah,
He wasn't making the one on the break.
a non-compliant break. Little Co will pass it back. There is no push out from this point. Chang stalks the table, looking at every angle. There's a 3-rail route. There's a 2-rail route. There's a 1-rail route. I think he's going to settle on the 2-rail route here. Be end rail, long rail, and down onto the 2.
If he can do that, he has a chance to make the 7. Oh, almost did. Sell out. Yeah, he's being optimistic. He knows he's going to make the 2, the 4, the 3, and then the 5-9 combination. Or that's the 4-9, I'm sorry.
Just ease it up there. Cue ball's right next to the 2. Now he can pretty much do anything he wants. 2 cushion route out to the 4 or out to the 3 in the side. Don't really look for him to play the combination on the 9. I think he'll just run out cleanly. Now he's going to double check it.
Well, if the rest of the balls were tied up, he would play the combination. But they're all clear.
pretty route now. He's going to stun down to the end rail and 2 cushion it back towards the 4.
He's looking at the combine again.
Yeah, now he's back over
And
there.
if it doesn't have a clear pocket with the 7 in the way, he's going to run the rack. I wouldn't bet against him running the rack if that's what he chooses.
Playing for the combination.
Yeah.
No, very precisely targeted. 2-1 is our score now. Little Co will be breaking. Ping-Chung plays with a Southwest Q with a standard maple shaft. J.L. Chang plays with a composite shaft. Extreme left side of the break box for Ping-Chung. 8 ball on the wing. 1 ball's down. 2 balls lining up pretty close to the corner pocket, so he'll have a reasonable shot.
Well, watching the tournament all week, he is the best at making the 1 and that side on the break.
Looks like he's just going to roll it in real softly. He's checking the 9. Feels like the cue ball is going to tag the 9. Wants to make sure he gets separation there, not just filter up onto the 9. Now he's hitting downward just a little bit. Introducing some more pace. He missed the 9. I really think it was a downward hit. I think if he would have leveled out, I think it might have clipped the 9 that way.
I think the 3 goes in the corner, too.
This will take a very, very precise effort, and he recognizes it.
He's making a pace, so the 7 may be sort of in the way. Now he might be playing the 7 with the combination.
No, he's
I
playing
don't
safe.
know. He looked
safe.
at that.
He's looking at safe. Roll it up.
Well, Mark, you're still playing real well.
Well, that was when they're 2 feet apart, and he's another 4 feet down table. He's not playing that combination from that range. It would be just asking for way too much. These guys play a much more calculated and measured game. What has been remarkable throughout the week is the amount of soft kicks that you see for safety in the clutter. We used to blast them and try to separate them, and these guys are just, allowing the balls to tie themselves up, and it's known as a backdoor safety, where you just make a legal hit and filter it in there, and it's amazing how many times they arrange themselves where it's difficult to run out. And we've seen Chang hit this ball really well, where he stops the cue ball or just slides it to his right.
Well, he had a lot of action there, but nothing went. He didn't sell out.
It's hard to get the cue ball over there in the 5-7 vicinity without hitting the 3-ball too hard. Looking at banking it straight down the table, the snooker bank that Danny often describes.
Right. Perpendicular to the center of the end rail. Keep the cue ball distant. There's a lot of different ways to play. I like that shot.
I kind of like him putting the 3 on the other side of the 4 and try to lodge the cue ball in behind the 7 here. Looks like that might be what he's after. Left side spin, soft speed. He's tried to lean it in there, but he doesn't have enough weight. He did tie up to the edge of the 3, I think. Yeah, Chang's looking at kicking the 3, not to make it, but to send the billiard. The cue ball will be going towards the 9. Caught it very thin. It had a very fast transition. He was iffy about that. His stroke reflected it. Did not have his usual pause, slow backswing, smooth transition.
And the results reflected.
Yeah, cost him a little bit of accuracy there.
Well, he's trying to figure out how to eventually get on the 5 ball because of the 7. Well, he's going to have to hit at least 1 rail now.
He feels confident attacking the 7 ball here. He feels like there's remote possibility they could slip around it. But now he's debating about just avoiding the 7, just try to lay it on the side cushion. Nice speed.
Perfect.
Oh, boy. Really good shot. I always get a kick out of a watching him. He just kind of just swooshes around the table, just swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. And then it's real smooth cueing after that. Barely hits the cue ball, just keeps going.
I think he could cheat the pocket and go 1 rail to the 7.
Just pulls it back a little bit.
Perfect.
Our score will be tied at 2 games apiece.
Rack 5, co-breaking. Two apiece.
Ping-Chung breaking rack 5.
There it is again.
One on the side. Definitely a compliant break. There's the 2. Look at this start.
A road map.
Yeah, there's not a lot of hindrances here. This is just maintain your angle. Smooths it ahead, removes it from the cushion, picks up the angle to easily transfer down table for the 4 ball.
Between the 7 and 9, I believe. No, he doesn't have any angle to do that, it looks like. Good shot.
Yeah. Had to hit it pretty hard, create the angle. Now the decision is, do you want to come around the 6? Do you want to go between the 6 and 9? Or you want to come backwards 2 cushions? Backwards 2 cushions would be the lowest priority because you can easily lose the cue ball. Not get anywhere near where you need to go. Forward with right-hand English seems to be the prevailing choice here. No, going backwards. Got to have good speed here.
Which he did.
Oh, excellent.
Be careful. He's going behind. Oh, hit the 7.
Does a little half stroke in the back, like, boy, I really got into that one.
He's smiling.
Yeah. John Schmidt described him as 90 pounds of terror on the pool table.
He's even too light to be a jockey. Really?
Yeah.
You know why?
No.
I'll tell you after the rack.
Ping-Chung's first break and run out of the match now. He gives himself the lead at 3-2.
The owners of a horse are assigned weights to try to make the race even, and most of the time it's like 115 pounds for the horse, and they don't want dead weight to get it up to that. In this case, to get it to 115, they'd have to put like 20 pounds of dead weight, and it's not the same for your horse bettors.
Earlier today when they played, the score was 6-5, Chang, and that was kind of the way he just got stuck there as Ping-Chung took it straight away. 11-6 was the final score. Chang came right back, played a great set against Skylar Woodward. This is a little longer race, though. Race to 13.
Hard-working Kenny Schumann, my good friend, a good person. I nominated him for the Hall of Fame, the BCA Hall of Fame.
Track 6, co-braking, he leads 3-2.
Pretty effective one ball on the side, as Danny had measured.
Well, he finally
High.
missed it.
Non-compliant break, top of it. So despite the fact that he pocketed the ball,
Chang has a good start here.
I'd say, yeah. This will be a little low left English just behind the 9 ball coming across.
It's a good call. I always tell people I'm working with, don't hit the balls when they're all open, because all you'll do is tie something up. They're all open here.
Yeah, that 5 ball is in a kind of an odd place. He's got to roll it softly to go forward. If he uses any power at all, it's easy to bounce out into the 5. He could go low and come at the 3 and just get on above it. Play it in the same corner he's playing the 2 now. Nope, he went forward.
See,
What
he
a good
made
shot.
sure he didn't hit any balls,
What a good shot that was.
except he got on the 50-yard line. I don't think that'll bother him.
Yeah, position's, not an easy task. He can pocket the ball. We've seen him make this type of shot, but now he's got to introduce some type of a special effect. He recognizes that. He goes over to take a look. I don't know if we have time to get the overhead, but if we do, I think we're going to see the cue ball come here, and he's going up here. Little low right-hand spin.
Well, you drew that shot perfectly.
Well, he didn't want to rub the 5 because he knew he could go in the side pocket if he did. But
People love that.
yeah, it wasn't an easy shot. He dropped his chalk. He found it. And that was a great shot.
Perfect.
Same pace, every shot. Takes his time. Wouldn't mind pulling this back about a foot.
To get right where he is now, that would give him perfect angle to get to the 7.
I was thinking he was going for the side, but you might be right. No, side pocket.
They went to the side. That's a preference, that's all.
Good speed there. This run out was constructed from a non-compliant break by Ping-Chung. Our match is all tied at 3 games apiece.
Right behind Chang is Jerry Forsythe with AZ Billiards.
Mike Howerton in the red shirt.
Jerry Forsythe and I wrote a book together called The Road Player. I'm sure you read that, right?
Absolutely. Always gets a little melancholy towards the end of the event, doesn't it, Danny?
I know. I'm
Yeah.
not going to try to. I'm not. I cry easily. I cried when Frankenstein died.
Tidying up his little brake divot out there. Here we go. Rack 7 ball on the wing. It's been pretty effective at making both balls, the 1 and the 7.
But he's not making the one on the side like Cole is.
Hey, I don't know if that was compliant there.
I don't think so.
No, it wasn't. He crushed him, too. Well, it looks like he can cut this into the side pocket okay. He's looking at, what if I just ease up here for position? Oh,
Yeah.
I see. What was he doing? Was he measuring if he banked this ball? Because he'd not be able to hold it there.
I don't think it banks anyway.
Yeah. He's burning up his extension. So he's acting like he can just filter the cue ball forward.
Well, I was wrong.
Yeah, he glided it forward and got to about where he thought he could. So.
I thought the 4 was in the way. Great shot.
A little worried about the side pocket. But yes, you're right. It was a great shot.
Well, the magnitude of what's happening isn't bothering this guy at all. Good shot there.
The 8 ball's kind of a big deal here. If he uses draw to avoid the 8, then he could get in trouble with the 5. If he goes into the 8, everything's fine as long as he hits the side pocket cleanly where he anticipates. Maybe he can just go in front of it. He could.
He's got a little angle to go 2 rails from 5 to the 6. Want to get to the middle of the table. Good shot. And he sort of got to the middle of the table. Great control.
Four-3 now as Co captures a game from the non-compliant break. I think each player's won one that way.
And the word you like to use to describe him is smooth, and he's exactly smooth.
Yeah. How many major championships do you think you've attended in your life, Danny?
Majors?
You know,
I don't know.
things of this ilk, Johnson City, going back to that, probably over 100.
You know, in my time, we didn't have a lot of them, but 3 or 4 a year.
Mm-hmm.
And we can do it 50 years.
And there you go.
I won 45 tournaments.
Black number 8, go breaks, 4-3.
Iraq 8 now. Seven ball found the corner pocket. One
The
ball
one just
rattled
missed the
around.
side. He doesn't have a pocket here unless he wants to shoot the 9.
Just measuring here, see what he can do. This will be interesting. Nothing looks available or easy, and this is where the real good players extract themselves from this type of a position and somehow get themselves back to the table one more time during this game.
Could he bank it between the 2 and 8 and go back up with the 1 to the end rail?
He could. The problem is the cue ball's going to stay up there too. So if you don't get the perfect speed on that, there's not much cover. Oh, I think he's going super light. Using the 8. Look at that good shot. There you go. That's the artistry right there.
Well, if Chang kicks good, I think the 1-4 dead combination.
Up in the corner, it's close.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of if he kicks good. We know he kicks good.
And it looks like that's all he's got is a kick.
So if he goes that way and doesn't make the 4, he feels like he sells out. If he goes 2 rails, he's got a chance to maybe get separation here.
Well, he might go 2 rails at the 1. Which case, maybe the 9 goes in the side off the 2.
Yeah, good job. He left a shot, but that was all he could do. I always look at Chang when he comes to the table. It looks like a robot that has numbers flashing across his eyes like he's running a risk and reward analysis on every shot. Jung, a bit more artistic.
Good shot. He scratched. No. Look at this. He's got a shot in the side, but it's tricky because you're going to run into the 6. He can bank at the pie, but it's on the point.
Probably going to have to use some pace with this to extract the cue ball from down there by the 6.
Well, he may.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect is right.
Had that fallen in, it would have been still okay. Not great, though. This is great. Checking to see if the 6 goes by the 8 freely. It looks like it does. This is a real pretty little shot here because he just seems to barely hit the ball and floats it all the way back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to get the ball to draw before the cushion pushes it. Uh-oh. He's going at the pocket. He's going in the pocket. Oh, boy. Now what? You got to take the long shot on the 6.
Yeah. I'm surprised he went all the way back. I thought he would go more across and just float maybe to the head string, but he got into it a little better than he thought. It was definitely out of his control. You never want the cue ball in that near a pocket.
He put his finger on the rail where he thinks the cue ball is going to be. This is a tough shot.
Mm-hmm. I think the speed that he's going to have to play this at is going to require you to be very courageous because it's just going to be super soft. No, put a little pace on there.
What a hit.
That power was required for him to feel more confident about pocketing the ball, but it precluded ideal position.
Well, this shot is easy compared to the 6 he just shot.
And, yeah, right, he just didn't want to miss the 6. He can still defend himself from here if he doesn't want to shoot. He does, but he knows if it gets any worse than this, he can still play a safety.
Well, he accidentally got safe.
Earlier this week, in one match, we saw Chang rifle this straight back under him, one rail.
Well, if
Two
you don't have a
times.
safe, you got to shoot at a white flag. He's looking at the bank right now.
Yeah, he really focuses, and it's almost as if he can partially will the ball to go into the pocket.
I think he's got to shoot the bank.
This is one of these deals where even if he was to get safe, he's not likely to come back with anything better than this, so he might as well shoot right here. Chance to steal the game.
He did.
Yep.
What a shot.
3 for 3 on that shot this week on this table.
People love that. I don't blame them. That's a tough shot.
Well done. 4-4 is our score.
When a guy makes a bank like that, I always say he's from Kentucky, because Kentucky is the bank pool capital of this country.
What he did there, most interesting, is much like what he does all of his shots. He went to the other end of the table, looked at the line back to the corner pocket, stood there for a moment. He's going to take a timeout now. Stood there for a moment and gathered himself and really examined it, and then he went down to the other end of the table, totally committed to the shot. Hit it perfect. Tied up the score.
This is rack 9. Chain breaks 4-4.
Six balls on the wing. Six and the 2 went in. The 1 went in. The 3's going to check up pretty nice. That's a reasonable shot to start with. Watching all this great pool just inspires you to want to go play and hit the balls.
You know, I live across the street from a pool, but it's the busiest street in Western New York, so I drive.
Yeah.
You know, across the street, I drive. And I swear, when I walk, they're trying to get me.
That's a great position play there, not to go for the corner, but to choose to add the pace that allows him to get to the side pocket shot. Yeah, crossing a busy street sometimes is safer in a car.
Yep. Although if you get hit by a car, I got a funeral home next door. Won't have to go far.
Well, that's totally convenient then.
And Jay Leno, in one of his shows, talked about the funeral home. And if you read it, it's "Am I Gone?"
Great speed once again.
Perfect. Stop, stop.
Yeah. He takes one practice swing. That's very unlike him, so it has to be ideal. And the boa constrictor once again gets a coil around Little Co. He will take a 1-game lead with this break and run out. 5-4 is our score. Second break and run out of the match for Chang.
On a TV show yesterday, they said that it's your nose getting cold that makes you catch a cold. So a company is making a cover for your nose that goes around the back of your head, to your nose.
Wonder how they prove that.
Well, it's a commercial world. It doesn't have to be that
Right.
way.
And for Accu, Chang breaking, he leads 5-4.
This time the 7 ball's the wing ball. Seven and the 1 are in. Here comes the 2. The 8 ball's blocked him. It appears from direct access at the 2.
Right, he can't even hit the 2. He's going to jump. He got his jump cue.
Not yet.
He's going to get it. Perfect time to jump. Well, maybe not. If it were straight in, I think it would be no doubt about jumping.
Yeah,
But it's got the wrong angle.
right. To make it, he knows he's got to travel all the way down to the end rail. Well, he's going to push out. And push out that allows the 2 ball to go in the corner. I wouldn't imagine he would do that. But that is what he's doing. Well, Little Co is shooting for sure.
He's daring him. That's what he's doing. But so far, Little Co has made all these kind of shots.
Yeah. That's a courageous dare then. And basically the win or lose shot of this rack.
Oh, he missed it by a hair, but he missed it, and he snookered Chang.
Yeah, and the backdoor safety comes into effect. That's what ups the value when you shoot a shot like that, is that there is the opportunity for the balls to range themselves in a peculiar fashion. You couldn't play for this. It just happens.
Well, Harold Orr once told me, whenever you get a shot like that, shoot it, because it doesn't have to stop good for your opponent. And this is a case.
Looks like Chang's just trying to thinly back cut the 2 and come around by the 5.
Very thin hit.
Boy, you're not kidding.
So thin that he hit the other ball.
Illegal contact.
Yeah, I didn't like that idea because it was too thin. I always say he could hit the paint, but in this case, he hit the paint of the wrong ball.
Mm-hmm. Just going to ease it on in there. I don't think he's going to hit with power. Yeah.
One rail to the 4. With the proper angle to get to the 5. I remember when players used to miss that kind of shot.
At least once in a while.
They don't do it anymore.
Mm-mm.
Perfect angle to get to the 8.
This will tie the score at 5. Well, we got my Lindenwood team listening in from the practice room at the Lindenwood University Billiards Arena. J.P. Portwood is there, I'm sure. Robbie Patrick.
Rack 11, go breaking, 5-5.
Five is our score. Little co-breaking.
Made the one on the side again.
Non-compliant, or did he made 2 balls in? Okay. 3, 6, 7. Yep.
Well, he's got a cut on the 2, but when it breezes on the rail like this, it's easier. Right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Not positive it's frozen, but it looks like it might be. We'll soon to find out. And the reason it's easier is that it has a little bit bigger margin of error because you can go rail first with inside spin. Inside spin in this case will be right-hand side spin.
I'll tell you, that's a testament of the diamond table. The ball will hug the rail.
Is he going in the corner here? I don't think he wants to fool with that combination just because secondary position is tough.
All right, you can lose the ball. You know, if you cut the 6 a little, 3 could go to the end rail. But if he shoots it in the corner, he probably has to go 3 rails. I don't think he can kill it.
I think he can just go 1 rail between the 6 and 8, bounce back out. No, he went 2 rails. And he went too hard.
Yeah, but he'll cut this in.
Yeah, it's not way too hard.
If he can reach it. You know, he's a little guy. Oh, he can reach it with the extension.
Wow.
No problem.
Beautiful shot.
Nothing complicated about this.
Very nice break and run out there.
Didn't take him long.
No. Now Ko moves back in front. It was his second break and run out of the match. 6-5 is our score. Both players way over 900 pool. We've had so many 900 matches on this table this week.
Well, that's why these two are playing the finals.
Yeah, it's just remarkable the standard of the play, how it's come up. Earlier this week, Chang played like a 968 on somebody. All of his matches except for one were over 900. Oftentimes 920s, 930s.
And Cole was losing 10-6 to Van Boning, and he ran 5 and out on him.
Yeah, that was special. Even in our last match, Skyler was down 8-0 to Chang and came back to 8-7. Ended up losing 11-9, but it was a terrific match to watch. It's a certainty that Skyler Woodward will be on this year's Moscone Cup team.
Yeah, I was talking to him about that. He feels sure that he will. He should be, because like you said, he played better than everybody else.
One ball found the side. Here comes the two. Ko wouldn't mind if it hangs up there, which it did. The 8 settles in along the rail near the side pocket. That sometimes can be a little uncomfortable.
Like I said earlier, you watch the matches all week. He makes the one on the side more than anybody.
Checking the 8 now.
Got a good angle to go close to the 3. The only little problem could be the 8. See where the 8 is set?
Mm-hmm.
That could be a problem. You're going to have to play it down the far pocket. And he's got the balls down there where he can do that. And where the 9 is, it'll not be different. Did he snooker himself? I think he did.
I think he just got there.
I don't know.
I think he's okay. Let's see.
He's smiling a little.
Yeah, he's going to hop it. So he didn't just get there. He fell just a little short. Now, I think it was you, but whoever it was, they said that they've never seen anyone that jumps better than Little Ko.
But when the cue ball's in the middle of the table, he has trouble reaching it. See what he's doing? And it's a foul if that other foot goes off. Oh, well, Mark, you got him.
I'm going to say he got himself. He could have had better position.
Yeah, you're right.
If we ever been married, I always get blamed for everything.
Yeah, and your wife is probably right.
She is, yes. I think I'm so perfect. Sometimes I purposely make a mistake so she doesn't have to feel so bad about herself. This has really been an interesting match. It's gone back and forth. Each player's had a one-game lead several times.
Yeah, he got perfect on the 6 to play the 8 up the par corner, and that won't hurt because of the 9 position. Just roll it to the side rail. Get straight in. And you don't want to be straight in. You want a little angle to be off the cushion when you shoot the 9, and he's got all that going. And let me tell you, people out there, it wasn't an accident that it fell that way.
All right, here we are, 6 apiece. I'm looking forward to seeing the rack track. That's going to be an interesting one this time because both players have had the lead a couple times.
They're trading punches. That's what's going on.
976 for Chang. That's a very brisk pace.
Track 13, Chang breaks, 6-6.
Chang deploys the cue ball to the extreme left side of the break box where he favors. 6 balls on the wing.
And he's making the 1 in the side,
No.
which he didn't do. No.
Non-compliant break.
None.
No, he did make it in the side. I'm sorry. Yeah. But this is ugly. A little code doesn't even have to remove himself from his chair to determine he doesn't want to play. So he assigns the shot back. There is no push out.
And the kick is pretty tough.
I'll say. Wow. I think, and I don't know if we can get the overhead, but if we do have time, I think he's going to go off the end rail and just try to bounce this 2 ball
this
down
is
here.
easy to foul. Could he get the tip of the cue out of the way quick? Yeah, he don't have much rail.
Getting a different extension. Well, maybe he goes with low right. That will help, and it will also bend the cue ball quite a bit so he can shoot further away.
Great hit. And he got a good result. You know, we talk about the level of play getting better. How about the audience getting smarter? They know when to clap for a good shot.
Now, we've always had a highly intellectual crowd. We have a timeout now. Takes a timeout, leaves himself a pretty thin cut to come back to.
You think he's going to shoot at the cut?
I do. Been wrong before, though. Nice fluid cueing action. Hit it
Well,
just
he
a hair
took a
heavy.
shot at it, scratched. Well, we got something tied up. The 6 is tied up. But the way these guys played, by the time they get to the 6, it won't be tied up anymore.
Yeah, he might play for the angle right here to dislodge the 8 because the 4 ball is so close. Maybe not, though. He won't want to allow himself to get over the top of a ball and then try to get up
He's got to
table.
go into it one rail. Go hit the 8. You got position.
You have to, yeah.
This is straight pool.
And just like you said, by the time he gets to it, it'll be dislodged, and he's already accomplished that. I think he's going to go with left-hand spin as opposed to right. I think he's going to go 2 cushions to get up there.
Yeah, that's the only problem in the rack.
No, he's going cueing lower, so he's not going. He's going 1 cushion. That's the
He
problem.
hit it? Did
Yeah.
he knock it to? Nope.
No, that was the problem with that. He hit it pretty hard. He had some right-hand spin, but it was just a little bit too high. Rubbed the 5 to the rail. Now he's going to have to return a safety, and it's going to make him ill that he did not get out with ball in hand, especially after he developed the 6 ball free of the 8. Well, is he going to try to 2 cushion down behind the 7? That looks like what he's aiming here.
He did that.
Didn't get behind the 7.
No, he got distance. Distance always helps.
Boy, what a shot that was. He was so close to a double kiss.
It's a dirty shot.
Wow. Lethal. He had to move both balls a long way. Wrist double kissing. But you can see the advantage of someone that just precisely hits topspin. There's not even a hint of side spin, so the results are much easier to judge. I don't even think I should use the word easy. Less difficult to judge. We'll say it that way. Easy implies that anyone could do it. This takes years of training.
10.
Good hit. Sell out. Got perfect angle to go to the 6. See, right now he's looking at where he wants to be on the 6 to get to the 7. That'll do it.
Pointed his tip right at the extreme left edge of the break box here, where he would like to place the cue ball now, right where he breaks from. Creeping in there, creeping in there.
Perfect.
Yep. Very good.
Now he needs a little angle on the 8 to get to the 9. He's got the chance to do that. He doesn't have much angle, but he's got enough.
Ping-Chung regains the lead, 7-6. Back and forth we go. This is a race to 13. Shout out to Billy Hobner and JP Portwood. Watching at the Lindenwood Billiards Arena, they said to mention, don't forget, which I did, our U.S. Collegiate Billiards Conference has free streaming, Facebook Live. Go to Lindenwood University Billiards and find the feed. We now have commentary with that. Our viewership has definitely been picking up.
And I want to say hello to my good friend, Mike Derning. He loves pool. He's watching all this. I'll bet he makes the 1 inside.
No breaks. You lead 7-6.
All right, here we go.
Shucks.
Wow. I think he made the 2 ball. He's got a shot at the 3, but a non-compliant break. Oh, gosh.
What, the 5 didn't go over the line?
The 4 is right
Or
up
the 4?
to it, but apparently not. Did not make it, so there you go. Seems like we've had more than that
Is he going to jump
tonight in
this?
this match. No, I think he's straight in, isn't he?
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe not. He doesn't have his jump cue, however.
No, I guess he could hit it anyway.
He's debating because he's down on one knee to see.
Just bank it towards the 8 and get the cue ball downstream. If you don't have a shot.
Yeah, he's uncertain.
Maybe it's close.
And maybe. Look at that speed. Look at that speed. It's so beautiful to watch. Just perfect. World class. Shout out to the guys watching at Colby's Billiards in Tempe, Arizona, as well as the Ice House. That's right out in the area where Jerry Bryseth resides in the winter. Uh-oh. Ooh. I thought he'd gone into the drink there. But no, came out perfect.
Sure did.
Now, the 8 and 9 is interesting here because he really does need to get a good position to get that cue ball in there unless he wants to travel it up and down the table.
And if he has to do that, the speed will be tough because he's got to get pretty straight on the 8 to be able to get to the 9. Let's see, 7 is sitting good to do that.
Right. He needs the inside angle. I think that plays the easiest. Don't know if we can get the overhead real quick, but if we can, he would like to have that cue ball right about in here where he can go off of it and naturally go into here. That's what he's measuring. All right. The robot.
Well, he got part 1 okay.
Yeah.
He's going to try to hit the 9, and it'll be perfect.
It's kind of funny, too, because he can manipulate the angle a little bit because he's going softly to the pocket, so he can hit the pocket a little thick, a little thin to get the cue ball to fall just right.
Perfect.
Oh, boy. He's executed just excellent.
Folks, it's only because he got the proper angle on the 7. Nothing about chance there. No accident. And if you see the rack track, you'll see they're alternating winds.
Seven, our score. A blistering pace. Unprecedented. Both players at 900 and above. Beautiful to watch the pattern play here where they get the exact right angle so they don't have to fight with shots.
Well, they didn't mark Chang's score yet.
They being who? Chang marked his score at 7-7.
There it is.
Serious prize money going back to Chinese Taipei. 40,000 for one of these two guys and 20 for the other. It's about as good as you could hope to do.
And 40,000 will buy a lot of eggs. Or even a new moped.
Chang breaking. 7-7.
Tremendous focus.
Oh, he got the 1 now. And the cue ball.
Yep, came off the 9. It's just unfortunate when that happens, but the cut break turns the cue ball loose, then he sails it back into the 9, and sometimes it clatters off a couple balls, finds a pocket.
Well, a lot of balls crossed in front of the cue ball. He just didn't stop the cue ball.
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, all on this end of the table.
Yeah, this game is about over. Got to keep the angle he's got now. Perfect.
floats of the head, one rail position. He'll go to the long rail, and then he can attack towards the 7 ball. And that way his speed's off a little bit. He'll still have a good shot.
He's perfect.
And that was a nice layout to come to the table with and have ball in hand. Ping-Chung regains the lead 8-7. He's playing a 9-10, Chang a 9-45.
Ain't that skinny?
These type scores and unprecedented amount of 900s on the TV table. It's either very inspiring or debilitating, depending upon your perception.
But like we've been saying, they're playing on perfect conditions.
Yeah, the one-piece slate, that really makes a difference for the leveling of the table. And then naturally Simonis cloth, and then high-grade balls. You absolutely have to have world-class balls. Artemis rubber for real consistent yield, rebounding. You wouldn't think it makes that much difference, but when you're dealing with just, centimeters and millimeters and little angles, you do need very consistent equipment to produce world-class performances.
Track 16.
Ko shrugs his shoulders,
8-7.
as if to loosen up, goes right to his favorite place to break from.
There it is again.
Well, he's going to have a shot, and not an easy shot. Just a makeable shot in the corner. Looks like he even cut it into the side, but the cue ball is going to collide heavily into the 9, and I don't know about control for getting to the 4 ball from that. If he plays it in the corner, he'll have great control.
Yeah, that's where he'll play it.
Requesting that the cue ball get cleaned.
Extension.
Well, this will be a big shot if he wants to win this rack. Oh, he pasted up so he brought it back rather than for the corner, brought it back for the side. That made the 2 ball much easier to play. Good decision there.
Yeah, they make good decisions.
I hadn't considered that, but you can see
Yeah.
why he chose that. It allowed him to get the tip right on through the cue ball there real freely.
Perfect. Perfect angle to go 1 rail to the 6. You could even brush the side rail.
When you watch Little Ko, His cueing is so smooth, and he just throws the cue right down the line. There's no squeeze. You don't see him jerk at it. Tips teams to stay on that cue ball just that little extra millisecond. And what kind of an angle? He got a little weird here. He can't go to one side or the other easily. He's going to have to power up or use a lot of spin.
No, I think he could just hit it low with no English. Go one rail. Go right to the 8. Perfect. Well, first time in an hour, someone's going to win 2 in a row.
Good shot. Routine 9-ball now. And Little Co needs 4 more wins to capture the title. 9 games to 7. Recently, my mentor, Jerry Bryseth, was talking about when you see someone that has a slow backswing and a fluid transition in their stroke, it's beautiful to watch. When you see somebody that gets quick and jerky, it isn't. It was so succinct and direct. There's Jerry.
He hears us. He nodded yes.
We're using the outfill racking templates. They've worked out quite well this week. Allows the referee to get every ball frozen.
Track 17, full breaks, 9-7.
Wow, he didn't make the one inside.
Cue ball ended up in the corner pocket. There's not much of a shot here. Push out situation.
That's the fickle thing about the break. You break, you make balls, you have an easy out here, you don't make any, and your opponent gets this. It's
Yeah,
not
that's
fair.
right. Well, pool's not a nice game. That's what you're looking for fairness.
Oh, here comes a jump. He pushed to a jump. What do? You give it back?
I do, I know I'm not good
Right.
at this.
Right. Let him keep jumping.
Yeah, he says no. I don't want it. That's crazy. That's sort of why I don't like the push-out rule, though, too, because there's really nothing you can push out to. You had a kick or a jump before. Let's just streamline it. I know you feel the same way, too.
Right. I've been saying it for years.
It's silly.
A lot of chance breaking, so let it be that way. You got a shot? Good. If you don't, that's good too.
Right. Streamline the rules. Everybody understands one foul ball in hand without any addendums. Yeah, great shot. Great shot. Ping-Chung even had the applaud. This is where the cue ball landed, just perfectly straight. Yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
Now he's got to figure out how he wants to handle the 4-ball. He's got a little of the wrong angle here, I think. So he's going to play the 4 on the side past the 7.
He knew he missed it right away. Oh, he's going to be froze on the ball now. Yeah, he's not going to like what happens next.
You got that cue ball lodged up there on the 4 pretty good. I think he's cut off an angle, an escape angle. If he has to elevate and go to the end rail with topspin, that makes it super tough.
Look at that photography. It is froze on the ball.
What a good hit he made. He's going to have to try to reach out over the 9. Oh, my. This is...
Tough hit.
Yeah. And then you want some power because you need separation if you do hit it. Think it's going to warp long. Nope.
He hit it.
Spot on. Look at the same shot. He's gonna be. He even waves his hand. He knows he's gonna be frozen to the back of the 8 here.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
He can shoot the 3 here.
I just don't think the 3 maybe offers enough value to get to the 4.
No, that's the tricky part.
Look at this. Pinned him to the 8.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
They're good at freezing the ball.
And you can see they got the 3 ball's not near the rail to try to create like a little smaller target there, margin of error wise.
Tough ball to hit.
He's pointing at the rail. Oh, I see end rail, 2 rails. Oh, boy. Wow. He's got to get right near the side pocket just before the
Very tough hit.
No kidding. Now, if we can get the overhead, but here's what he's looking at. He's looking at this, and down, or it can go long and hit it coming off of here.
Good luck.
If he just gets past the 7 here, it'd be a great shot. Yeah, great try.
Great try, but sleep in the street.
Ping-Chung pinned him to the back of a ball one too many times.
At which point does Chang start saying, "Not again"?
Well,
It's starting to look like again.
he's smiling. He knows he messed up the speed control a little bit. Looks
Yeah,
at
but
brother.
he'll overcome it.
Yeah, he looks at big brother sitting there. Well, they're perfectionists. Now he goes out to the side. You're going to float this with a little inside right. Bring it around to the spot where you put the head ball. No, he's just going to dig down with draw. Left English and bring it out. Oh, miscued.
Did he make it? No.
He did.
Yes.
Chang goes right to his forehead, like you've got to be kidding.
Boy, oh boy. This is a big time game to do that. He's not worried about getting on the 7, folks. He's worried about where he wants to get on the 7 to get to the 8. It goes in threes.
Yeah, good point. Ooh, hit it a little rough. He got a little flat on this. He's messed this rack up 3 or 4 times. He's still at the table, but he's smiling. He knows.
But I think he can get to right where he is now, and that'll be good enough.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Going forward, 3 rails.
It's not the fact that he can't execute it. It's the fact that he's fallen away from his usual perfect marks.
That's where he got. You know, another thing about pool, you got to be able to improvise.
John Schmidt had to play this guy. He said he's a little alien that just makes everything happen from nowhere. And there it is, 10-7 our score. Ping-Chung banked the ball off the end rail into the side pocket by accident.
You
On a
think it is
miscue, he's
possible
smiling.
that he's a Martian?
Yes, I do.
Well, he's smiling at his bad luck.
Well, he's smiling at his good fortune. He knows how lucky he is. First 3-game lead we've had in the match.
It's only because he came with that miscue trick.
BT track, go breaking, 10-7.
Oh, he didn't
Look
make
out
the
9.
one.
Look out 9.
It's in.
Look out 9. So, off of the bank into the side pocket on a miscue. Hold it. What is Ken Schumann doing? He's holding his hand up as if to say non-compliant or what's going on. Yeah, I don't even know what he got confused. Okay. Yeah, it's been a long week for everybody.
Yeah.
Brain dead, Tony. Can't count to 3.
2 games away from being the first International Open champion.
Rack 19. Co-breaks. 11-7.
Keep my eye on the 1 ball here. Nope, didn't happen. Cue ball scratched. Couple balls went down.
Well, Chang, you got to get out here. There's the pennas in the background.
Yeah, what delightful people.
Great. I guess the 5 goes by. Is that the 4? The 4. Good shot.
Yeah, it was nice. He gave himself a couple opportunities here to get perfect position. All
And
worked
that's
out.
maybe the only pocket that was open. No problems here.
Now able to work the cue ball just a little closer to the 7. That makes control even easier. Got the little hint of angle leading away from the cushion. This will be Chang's 8th win.
Got 20. Chang breaks. Co-leads 11-8.
Chang set the break here, trailing 11-8. A 6-ball win in
The
the
one.
pocket.
Where's the cue ball?
We're all good.
He doesn't have much of a shot on the 2.
Nope. Yeah, it's hard to push out here. He's made 2 balls on the break. And exhaust his 40-second shot clock here and go to his extension. Looks like he wants to kick it underneath the 2 and kick it down table, fearful that the 9 might hit the 2 ball and slow it way down. Yeah, that was his problem all along. He went and looked at it too, knowing, but he didn't have much choice either.
I think he's got the 2 in the side.
Yeah, he can hit the, if he ramps up the power with topspin here, he can scratch off the 8. Depends on how the 2 enters the side pocket. He knows
right.
that. If he can overcut the pocket, but then you risk missing it, and especially with high velocity.
Yeah, but right now he's saying that kind of thing can't happen to me because, I miscued and made a ball. So I'm not going to get unlucky.
Yeah. He's probably not thinking, maybe I should miscue again and see what happens.
No, you're only allowed 1.
Oh. Yeah, see, I think he doesn't want to go for this, and I don't blame him. No, he seems settled on. I thought he might just feather it over to the side rail and try to get the 8 ball, or get the 2 ball down past the 8.
No problem for this guy. He scratched. Huh. Well, Chang has a couple of bad rolls coming his way. Right? Isn't he owed a few?
Well, yeah, I'd say he avoided the scratch off of the 8, but in so doing, he clipped off a couple balls, went in the corner pocket. That did not look very obvious. Looks like he's going to rub the 9-ball on the way back out of there.
It won't hurt him. Now he'll go 2 rails to the 8. Perfect.
Pretty straight. He's going to have to elevate, and he doesn't like that. Now, he's going back to elevation.
No problem.
No. For every degree of elevation, you lose a % of accuracy, but he handled that just effortlessly. He now has 9, a couple consecutive wins. 11-9 is our score.
You got to keep making the 1 on the side.
Yeah, for a long time, he made the 1 and the wing ball quite a few times.
Chang breaks. Ko leads 11-9.
Love to generate some offense right here.
Well, he didn't make it inside.
Well, we're in that same spot where it's push-out time.
Well, he might have a cut at the 1.
Yeah, if the
Without
7's
pushing.
yeah, maybe. If he has that, he'd be delighted to have that.
I think he does.
Yeah, the only reason he wouldn't is if the 7's in the way, but we can't tell.
Yeah, but I believe I could see that.
Oh, okay.
He's
Well,
got a cut.
you can see the way he's approaching it. He believes he has a cut, too. No? Yeah, he's not cutting it. He's playing safe.
Yeah, good idea. He didn't snooker him. He left a hit. Whenever you leave a good player a hit, they can snooker you.
Yeah, earlier in the match, he tempted him with this very same type of a shot on a push-out. Cole missed it then. This will be a very big shot in his bid to win this tournament. If he puts the 1 ball down, he's got a great chance to get on the hill here. He doesn't like to where he has to bridge. Gets up. Decides what type of uncomfortable bridge he's going to play.
Almost made it, but that doesn't help. He left a shot at the 1. This match could get close. Got a shot on the 1, but controlling the cue ball to the 2 could be a problem. He doesn't have a go back and forth thing.
No, it's just going to have to be soft speed.
Not quite soft enough. He does have a shot. Now it's going to be a little tricky getting to the 3.
Well, if he could just get it back where the 2 ball's at now, I think he can do it 1 rail.
Yeah, but you got to do it.
Oh, yeah. He's got a pretty big target zone there.
Good shot.
Yeah, he really, he's asking for the cue ball to be cleaned. And with Chang, he really completes every detail of his pre-shot routine to perfection. That greatly aids consistency. That's what he's all about.
Good shot.
Yeah, he's going to have to cut this in, and I think he's going 2 cushions out of the corner, which means he's got to get some low left on the cue ball. Or else he could check it up with inside, but I think it plays a little bit easier if he goes with the low left.
No doubt about it. Oh, he trickled that in.
Yeah.
He's happy about that.
Yeah, he knows he hit it heavy.
He's good now. Got good again.
Yeah, good out there. Here we go. 11-10, our score. Chang up to 929, Ko 898.
Back to 22. Chang breaks. Ko leads 11-10.
Three ball on the wing. Here we go. Rack 22. Great deal of care. Aiming.
One just missed.
Cue ball got kissed back down. Nothing went in, but I think given the circumstances, he'd prefer nothing went in.
Where do you push? And this is where I would say tie up a ball when you push. You might not be able to.
I don't think he can easily. Looks like he thinks he can hit the one ball. Oh, he's measuring. If he rubs the two there, stops the cue ball, what can he do? He's declared push. Down to 10 seconds now.
Well, he left the window. Tough ball to shoot.
Yeah, I
Can't
would
get
say.
position. If you make it.
He's going to pass it back. Well, now we get to see what Ping-Chung had in mind.
Oh boy. Oh boy. We're going to have a dead heat here.
He wants, does he want? Spot on the one, spot on the cloth. Be careful. They can move the cue ball when he did that.
Good shot. Good shot. Can he draw it back without hitting the 7?
Yeah, I think he can. He got pretty straight here, so looks like a little bit of low right English.
Good shot.
Hey, he had to make a good shot with ball in hand, then he had to make a good secondary shot, but now he's out in the open.
You know, he's fine now.
And got the cue ball nice and close to the 4.
With perfect angle to go 2 rails.
That was a very nice shot.
Now he's going to have to draw the ball. Good shot. He's going to have to draw to get... No, he might be able to go 2 rails forward. I think he's got enough angle to do that.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. He's smiling. To say, wouldn't you know, I get pretty straight. I think there's a hint of an angle there because he can manipulate the pocket a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's okay. Oh, the draw again.
Low left.
No problem. Perfect.
Checked it up with a little bit of inside spin. Had just a hint the wrong angle. Was thinking about trying to hold it, but then decided to go with the high inside.
No, he's fine.
All right, we're all tied up at 11.
Race to 2. There's the wreck track.
All right, there it is. Chang took a 2-game lead, then fell behind by 1, then tied it up. Ko went ahead by 1, then Chang took the lead. Ko regained the lead.
Now Chang has won 4 in a row after losing 4 in a row.
Been a very entertaining match.
Lots to talk about. And the kid looks fresh as a daisy.
Chang does a parade completely around the table. Didn't spend much time inspecting the rack.
23rd rack. Chang breaks, 11-11.
Two ball found in the pocket. Here comes the 1. Yeah, not
No
much
pocket.
of a yeah.
No pocket.
Kind of over the 3 as well for some of these shots.
Well, that's what's stopping him. He's 4 rail safe with the 1. But I don't think he could stroke it. Tried to get him with the 7, but he didn't.
safety play here. Good job with the cue ball.
Perfect.
Chang goes right for his jump cue. I don't know. Looks like he's playing the 1 on the 9. The 1 can go in the pocket off the 3 after it hits the 9. Good effort.
Come close.
Yeah.
You almost called it.
Good effort.
You know, no bargain here.
That was pretty much all he had. The other option was to kick at it. He didn't like that option.
May have got away with it.
Well, he's going to go for the cross-side bank.
You know, dangerously close to scratch. Then hit. Oh, he didn't scratch and he sold out. Chang has a chance to get on the hill. Got to go 2 rails to the 6. I mean, to the 3.
Yeah, this is an important shot right here. I think he'll
I
stay.
guess.
I think he'll stay right on that half of the table too. I don't think he'll try to get away closer. I think he just go. No, he's digging down like he is going to try to get it
Well,
closer.
he's going 2 rails to the 3. Good shot. Good shot.
Boy, was
That
it ever?
deserves some applause. Here comes the big draw.
Purely struck.
Perfect. Very good. Now he knows he's going to get to 5, 6, and 7. He's looking for what he's going to do with the 8.
Yeah, I don't think he really wanted to be on that side of it, but now he's counting this way on the 6. I kind of thought he was going short side position for the 8, just because he had to get down on one knee to see that the 8 passes the 9 ball, which means if you don't fall on it just perfect, it plays very difficult. He seems content with it, so he's going to play the 8 past the 9.
Yeah, he's committed himself to that. Well, he
Beautiful.
got good on it.
Yes, he did. That's the angle he really needed. I like this part of it. He comes over and looks at it from both sides. He did that on the straight back bank earlier, and he had a safety he did it with. He attends to every detail.
He's
Well
getting
done.
on the hill.
Yeah, well done. Regains the lead now. 12 games to 11.
He's won 5 in a row now.
Yeah. Earlier you were talking about your nose being cold as a precursor to a cold.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
they figure. Keeps your whole body warmer if your nose is not cold. Look at that, 5 in a row.
Rack 24. Chang breaks. He's on the hill.
Okay. This will be his final break of the tournament right here. 4 balls on the wing. 4 balls down. 1 ball's down. Where's the 2?
There it comes. It's going to be a bank.
No. I don't even know if
No,
it banks.
yeah, cross corner.
Yeah, cross corner.
I'd have to shoot it.
Yeah, I think he will too.
Seven and 8 are no bargain either.
He's going to use his extension. I don't blame him. Almost looked like he was thinking about dragging the cue ball down table, too, to get past the 7-8. Play a long 3 if he makes this, but leave it tough if he misses.
It's in.
Wow. Pure as could be.
Oh, I don't know if the 7 goes by the 8. Maybe it does. He's looking at it. I guess he decided it does.
Six is right there. He's already used his extension. And this is an interesting position.
Well, I think he'll go 3 rails to the 6 in the side. He's not certain yet what he
No, he
wants to
isn't.
do.
I thought he was going to go 2 cushions, side rail, back out.
Might be doing that.
Certainly doesn't want the wrong angle, so he went super soft speed, preserved the angle, take a little longer 6. That was a better decision.
Well, does the 7 go by the 8?
Apparently so, because he's played position in that fashion. He's got a little smile.
Yes, he does, because I think he figures he's gonna win.
Well, I don't think that. I think he's deeply concerned about getting on the 7 ball somewhere.
Yeah,
He
but
came
the
down.
smile means he thinks he's gonna win. He likes the way it's sitting. Oh, it doesn't go. But look how perfect he got.
He let out some emotion there.
Perfect shot.
Certainly was. Well, he doesn't have an extension left, and he's still standing at 10 seconds. So.
Wow, he wobbled it, but these
perfect.
2 look easy.
Yeah, perfect ball speed, however. A lot of emotion. What a nice title to win for JL Chang. Yeah, he poured his heart into this thing. He deserved it, Danny.
Yeah, he won 6 in a row.
Well, he was the best player this week. Look at the figure he put up, a 946 here. I don't know how many mid-900 standing ovation. JL Chang. I couldn't be more impressed. We got Ra Hanna down on the floor. He always brings a lot of energy, so it's always a bit melancholy when a great event concludes because we love sharing time with everyone that cares so much. Danny and I want to express our genuine gratitude to each of you. On behalf of Pat Fleming and everyone at Accustats, we hope to see you next time. Drive safely and good night.
Ra Hanna with Accu-Stats with the winner of the 2018 inaugural International 9-Ball Challenge, CHANG Jung-Lin! Yeah! All right. Okay. So it was evident you were tired, and it was evident just the most emotion that you showed. How did you get that inner feeling to calm down and win?
你有什么感觉？赢了这个很大的。冷静下来，如何控制情绪？
其实，在过程中，我们两个都打得不错，但是他的运气有比较好一点。但是我就觉得说，该是你的就是你的，不是你的就是不是你的，我就是这么想而已。
He was saying that through this entire competition, both of them have played really, really well the entire time, and he just played a little bit better in this round.
All right. So, Fire Dragon, how does it feel to be the champion?
你觉得赢了那个 US Open 有什么感觉？
我无法言语，因为是逆转胜嘛，我是11-7落后嘛。
Ask hard questions. Yes.
He said he's kind of speechless at the score of 11-7. He just played as best as he could, and he tried to pull out everything he had.
One more time. Give it up for our 2018 inaugural National 9-Ball winner, CHANG Jung-Lin!